Hi, Daniel Black, Wills and Estates lawyer at Aitken Partners. This video looks at the question, who is eligible to contest a will in Victoria? In answering that question, the starting point is looking at the definition of eligible person, which is set out in Section 90 of the Administration and Probate Act. Now, eligible person can be divided into two broad categories. The first is people that do not need to establish dependency. And the second category is people that do need to establish dependency. So looking at those two categories, the first, that is, people that do not need to establish dependency, there are 5 classes of people. The first is a spouse or domestic partner of the deceased. Second, children of the deceased. Third, stepchildren of the deceased. Fourth, a person who for a substantial period during the life of the deceased believed they were a child of the deceased and were treated as a child of the deceased. And fifth is a former spouse or former domestic partner if at the date of death they would have been entitled to take Family Law Act proceedings, but they have either not done so or they have not completed them and are now prevented from doing so by reason of the deceased's death. Now, looking at the class of people that do need to establish dependency, there are 4 categories there. The first is registered caring partners. Second, grandchildren of the deceased. Third is a spouse or domestic partner of a child of the deceased if the child of the deceased dies within 1 year of the deceased's death. And fourth is a person who, at the date of death, is or had been in the past and would likely in the near future, had the deceased not died, to again become a member of the deceased's household. So those are the categories of eligible persons. And for someone to bring a Part 4 claim or a testator's family maintenance claim, or TFM claim, as it's sometimes called, the person needs to fit into one of those categories. Now, if a person does not fit into one of those categories, then unfortunately they are not eligible to bring a claim under Part 4. People that are generally unable to bring a claim under Part 4 include brothers and sisters of the deceased, nieces and nephews, or aunts and uncles. In future videos, we will look at those individual categories in more depth and drill down further using some cases as examples. Thank you.